Listen, I might not be a perfect man, but I love Sylvans. Welcome back to another Slifer Duelist deck profile. Today we got Sylvan. I don't think I've ever touched Sylvan on this channel, which hurts me deep inside because I love this deck so much, but I also understand completely why I haven't talked about Sylvans. They've been dead for 5 years. But that doesn't stop me from revisiting the deck and being like, hey, let's take another look at it, see what we can do with our currently available card pool, which is not the best for this deck. I mean, hey, it exists though. Let's get right on into it. So here we go. We got the bread and butter, the card that was supposed to be, you know, just tier 0 broken bow, baboon. Normal special summon, draw one card, put one card from your hand on the top or bottom of the deck. Actually, ridiculously good in Sylvans. Like, honestly, kind of degenerately good. And then if it's destroyed by battle or card effect, special summon any number of Bow Baboon from your deck. Neither effect is once per turn, which is kind of strong, actually. Really fucking good. We got a Glow Up Bulb because he's not banned yet. Soon he will be. As soon as we get Niddle Fibber. Goodbye, Glow Up Bulb, again. 3 copies of Lone Fire, because of course we're playing a plant deck, we gotta play Lone Fire. And then we play, you know, you haven't seen this in a while, we play some Predator plants. We play a Darling Tonia Cobra, and we play 3 Orifice Scorpio. I play Brilliant Fusion still. It's the only way to play this deck, and there's 1 Brilliant Fusion now, and it kind of really fucking sucks. So you have to play 6 copies of Scorpio, and hope and fucking pray that he doesn't get stopped. You feel me? You feel me? 1 copy of Spore, just another generic plant tuner, super fucking good. Both of these are once per turn, it kind of makes me sad. Alright, now we get into the Sylvans. So we got 1 copy of Cherub Trout. So, if you don't know what a Sylvan does, basically, they're all about excavation. They were the deck that invented excavation as a mechanic, technically. I believe the mechanic existed before, but this is when it got its official name, and this is the first archetype to really revolve around it. So each of them have an effect, each of them have an effect to excavate, and when they are excavated and sent to the graveyard. So this one's Cherub Sprout, so when it's special summoned, choose either 1 or 2, then excavate that many cards from the top of your deck, and then you send any plants to the graveyard, and place the other cards on the bottom of your deck in any order. That last part of that, the plants, and then bottom of the deck in any order, all Sylvans share that. And then, if Cherub Sprout is excavated from the deck and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon a level 1 plant monster from your deck. So that includes both of your plant tuners, and Princess Sprout, and Peacekeeper if you really fucking wanted to. But hey, I think Cherub Sprout's actually pretty decent now. Run him at 1, he's fine. 1 copy of Hermitry. This used to be the big bad boy, but now he's just a level 8 brick monster. So once per turn, excavate the top card of your deck if it's a plant monster, blah blah blah, and if you do, draw 1 card. Otherwise, put it on the bottom of your deck. And then if he's excavated, you can look at the top 3 cards of your deck and place them back on top of the deck in any order. It is also worth noting, all of these are soft once per turns. I'm pretty sure none of the Sylvans are hard once per turns, right? Yeah, no Sylvan is hard once per turn, which is kinda good. That's kinda really fucking good. We got 1 copy of Sylvan Komochumo. Y'all Duel Link players might remember this bad boy of the 2000 defense, excavate 5 and win. Basically, flips face up, choose 1 through 5, excavate that many from the top of your deck, blah 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 blah. If he's excavated and sent to the graveyard by card effect, you target a spell trap card in the field and destroy it. So he's MST, but it's iffy. You could play him, you could not play him. I like having a big booty to sit on if I really fucking have to. Not that it's gonna save me, but also excavating 5 can be very, very fucking good. Case in point, with 3 copies of Martial Leaf, so when it's normal summoned, 1 or 2, excavate that many, blah 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 blah. If he's excavated, you target a monster on the field and destroy it. It is also worth noting, all of the activation effects are ifs, and that's pretty fucking good. The deck was a perfect storm when it first came out. It was a perfect storm of good shit, and it just got blown away so fast because the game evolved around it, and that really makes me sad. 1 copy of Peacekeeper. If it's normal special summon, excavate the top card, blah blah blah. If it's excavated, you target a level 4 lower plant monster in your graveyard, special summon that target. So any plant, that includes this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, all of these guys, a couple of these guys down here, this guy, right? He is a plant, yeah, YuGiOh is a plant. We'll get to Oreo in a second. Peacekeeper is actually once per turn, by the way. His excavation effect is once per turn. His normal or special summon is not. I guess they looked at special summoning a monster from the graveyard and was like, that's too powerful. But, oh, Cherub Sprout was also once per turn for its activation. So special summoning ones, Chotomate effects, you know, you got me. Princess Sprout, we played 2 copies of Princess Sprout, and both their effects are once per turn. So you can tribute her and activate the top card of your deck and send it to the graveyard. Then you can place a Sprout monster in your graveyard on top of your deck. So that includes Princess Sprout and Cherub Sprout. And then if this is activated from your deck and sent to the graveyard by a card effect, blah blah blah, declare a level from 1 through 8, special summon her from the graveyard, and if you do, she becomes that level. So basically your level modulation, your ability to synchro in this deck into anything, you can exceed into anything. Princess Sprout was a very, very good card. She just came out really, really late. Same thing with Princess Sprite. But we don't talk about Princess Sprite because she's not really usable in the deck. At least I don't think so. You don't want to waste the resources that really go into her at the moment. She's a very decent card, but in the current game, I just don't see a place for her, which makes me really sad. But hey, we played 2 copies of Princess Sprout. Last Sylvanian monster we play is 3 copies of Sage YuGiOh. Thank Kush Master himself, big Sage man. So when a Sylvan is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand. It's a fucking win effect, which kinda sucks, but hey. It's a win you can affect. There you go. That's what makes it suck. But Sage YuGiOh is still very, very easy to proc off and get him out there. And then once returned, activate the top card, pretty much. And then if this card is activated on the deck, you can target 1 Sylvan spell or trap card in your graveyard, add that to your hand. We'll get to the best card in this fucking deck. Probably one of the best cards ever created in YuGiOh. In just a second. Last monster we play is 1 Garnet for our, we'll move on to the spells now. Brillianto Fusion engine right here. So we play the 1 Brilliant Fusion because it's fucking limited. Thanks everyone. We play the 1 Garnet. Now normally you'd be like, well, that's a fucking brick. Well, you know what? You can put it back. You can put it back if you draw it. It's really fucking cool, actually. You have multiple ways of doing so. Anyways, moving on. We got 2 copies of Fragrance Stone here. So you target a plant monster on the field, destroy that target, and if you do, draw 1 card. And if that card is a plant monster, you can reveal it and draw 1 more card. Here's my little fuck up. Live fuck up, guys. 2 instant fusions. I forgot I put these in here, and then I built the extra deck. And I'm just seeing it now. Instant fusions into Millennium Eyes, Thousand Eyes, standard stuff. Flailing Karibo in your extra deck. Hoo-ha, the whole world works. I actually put these in here thinking that there was a level 5 or lower plant type fusion monster. There's not. One does not exist, which kind of surprised me. There's a level 6. Rose Spectre of Dun is a level 6, but there you go. Instant fusion. If you want to play instant fusion, play other cards. Play Monster Reborns. Play Raigekais. I actually wanted to put Dark Ruler No More in here because that card's gonna make this deck halfway playable. But it's not on here yet, so fuck, you can substitute these for 2 Dark Ruler No Mores. Fuck it. Free slot. A lot of this spell and trap shit could honestly be free slot. A lot of this deck could be free slots. But there's my explanation for my little in-video fuck-up. I still play Miracle Fertilizer because I think it's a good card. Once per turn, target a plant monster in your graveyard, special summon it. You can normal summon or set during the turn, you activate this effect. Blah, blah, blah. If the special summon monster... if a monster special summoned by this effect leaves the field, destroy this card. So, free shit. If you're going after turn 1, if you're somehow alive, it's really good. I think Miracle Fertilizer is very, very underrated still. Probably one of the best field spells ever created in the fucking game, Mount Sylvania. So we play 2 copies of it. You can send 1 plant type monster from your hand or face up from your side of the field to the graveyard. Choose 1 Sylvan card from your deck, place it on top of the deck. You can only use this effect in Mount Sylvania. Uno por turno. Once per turn, during your opponent's end phase, you can activate the top card of your deck. It's a plant sent to the grave, blah blah blah. Otherwise, place it on top of the deck. Top or bottom of deck. Mount Sylvania is probably one of, if not my favorite field spell in the game. that's kind of a hard one because I also love Spiral, and Spiral Resort I miss a lot. So they're pretty tied. Sylvania and Resort are pretty fucking tied, but I think Sylvania is overall, for what it does for the deck, it is actually a better card. I miss fucking Dandelion Bros. I miss him. Bring him back. Solidarity, man. We fucking lost Firewall, give me Dandy. I play one copy of 1 for 1. Filling up your grave is actually kind of okay. It's kind of decent. And it doesn't hurt to get out your level 1 little dudes every once in a while, you know? So I think 1 for 1 is fine in here. And then here we go. We got the bread and butter, the best card in the game. 3 copies of Sylvan Charity. So, here you go. You sitting down? Draw 3 cards. Then if you have a Sylvan card in your hand, reveal 2 cards from your hand, including at least 1 Sylvan card, then place them on the top of your deck in any order. Otherwise, reveal your entire hand, place it on top of the deck in any order. You can only activate 1 Sylvan Charity per turn. So, it is once per turn, but it is a draw 3 that lets you set up the top of your deck for a free excavation from whatever you have on board, whatever you get out. Sylvan Charity is the best archetypal draw card in the game, no cap. If someone disagrees with that, I honestly think they're really fucking dumb because this card is insane. And if you ask someone the best feature of Sylvans, they will say Charity. If you ask someone what the best Sylvan card is, they will say Charity. At least I believe so, hands down. Hands down. One hand down, the other one's up, going eh. Sylvan Charity 3 of, must play 3. If you play any less than 3, you're not playing Sylvans. And last 2 cards we played, 1 copy of Terraforming because it's limited, but we really want Sylvania sometimes, and then 1 copy of Upstart Goblin. For a free slot, once again, you know, 3 copies of Dark Ruler no more, but it wasn't on here yet. Moving on to the Add Extra deck, we got our Brilliant Fusion Target Seraphi Knight. So who's our light, you might ask? Well, would you look at that? Princess Sprout is our light. Pretty cool stuff. You know, generic extra normal summon. And my favorite thing to do with Princess Sprite, or not Princess Sprite, Seraphi Knight, is to fucking tribute it, but we'll get to that in a second. We played 2 Synchros, I played 1 Borreload Savage, because you can actually get some links in your grave pretty easy. As far as I know, there isn't really anything in here that locks you into summoning only plants or some dumb shit like that. So being able to just cycle through shit and get out a Savage Dragon pretty easy if you can get a Princess Sprite out, or Princess Sprout out. Get some free negations, hoo-ha, the whole world works. Kind of the same idea behind Dawn Dragster here. If you somehow manage to get both of these out in 1 turn, I fucking salute you, because that'll be hard. That'll be very hard. That would be like, so you Glow Up Bulb and Sage Akoya into this, and then also you bring back the Glow Up Bulb, and you proc off this, and you make it a level 5, or a level 6, so you can make Dawn Dragster. That's about as far as you go with that. Or you banish a level 3 or 4 or whatever. You banish a level 3 to become a level 4, and then you Synchro 7 with a Martial Leaf. With Spore. Martial Leaf or any of your other level 3s. You know, there's plenty of ways to get these guys out. I like them. 1 copy of Nightmare Shark, just to... Also, by the way... Martial Leaf's a water, so... you can just put material on him. I find that kind of funny. Whatever. Attack directly. You get it. 1 copy of number 76. Number 76 is a newer one. It's 2 level 7s. And basically, it becomes the attributes of the monsters attached to it. And cannot be destroyed by battle or activated effects of your opponent's monsters with those same attributes. In quick effect, you can target a monster in your opponent's graveyard, detach a material from this, and take that monster as a material to this. So basically, you can become, this card can become blanket immune to just about fucking anything. And that's actually really fucking good and can definitely help stall this deck out. We have very decent ways of getting level 7 bullshit out. So, I think Harmonizer Gradiel, number 76 here, is a very good choice. And here we go, we got my favorite fucking Sylvan card in the entire fucking deck. I miss him so much. Oreo, the Sylvan High Arbiter, he's a big fucking bird. 2 level 7 monsters. Once per turn, send a plant from your hand or face up side of the field to the graveyard. Look at a number of cards in the top of your deck equal to the level of that sent monster. and the hand are on the field, blah blah blah, place them on top of your deck in any order. Since Send Hermitry, your Sage YuGiOh, you're looking at 7 or 8 cards, and you get to choose the order of that. And then you can, once per turn, detach an Exceeds material from this card and choose a number from 1 to 3, activate that many cards, send any plants to the grave, and if you do, return up to that many cards on the field to the hand. Minimum 1. What is this? What is this? Also place the other cards in the bottom of the deck. Except this card, so you can't return Aurea. Yeah, if you ever really wanted to. I don't know why you'd ever want to do that. And then blah blah blah. So basically, you set up 3, you detach, you call fucking 3. And then you spin 3 cards non-targeting. Oreo, oh god, I miss you, bro. We played 2 copies of her. Moving on, we got 2 copies of Jasmine, just basically another Lone Fire Blossom, but as a Link monster, which is kind of fucking cool. What's turn if you gain life points, add 1 plant monster from your deck to your hand. I don't really see that gonna happen, but I mean, hey, you never know. You really never know. 1 copy of Beat Cup. Balbaboon is actually a dark, which is kind of cool, so you can proc off the Beat Cup effect if you really have to. We got the Boral Twins, we got 1 Nightmare Unicorn, we got 1 Saryuja Dread, and then we got 1 copy of Zephyra Mephiltron, because, you know, we can basically do this combo, get these 2 out, make a Jasmine, Brilliant Fusion into Seraphinite, and then we got 2+ monsters that were special summoned from the extra deck. So you know, Metaltron can find his way in. He has a good chance. Alright. Now's the time where I talk about how much I fucking miss this deck, right? I have no hopes for Sylvans. Once again, you know, we're on a streak here. I have no hope for this deck, but I fucking wish, man. I fucking wish. Man, I remember the last time I played Sylvans. I was playing against a good friend who was playing Rockstun, and I did well up until him, and then I played him, and my deck bricked the fuck out so hard that I actually seriously considered quitting the game because it bricked so fucking hard. That was the last time I played Sylvans. I built them again later as a little just combo tutorial for myself, just to see what they can do. Spoilers alert, it wasn't not much. I was like, dude, I can make Saryuja, this deck's good. It didn't help. But, I mean, hey, the game's evolving. New series starts next year. I mean, fuck, dude. The world is your oyster. Play the deck you want, not the deck they tell you to play. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for this one. Stores open Thursdays, Fridays, blah, blah, blah. Slifer Duelist signing out. Like, subscribe. Yeah.